Hi everybody, welcome to my channel, welcome to Radiant Guardians. Please rock the like, subscribe and share for your girl, would really appreciate that. Also check out the description box down below, and there you'll find two meditations, one with Paula Herlock and also Metatron Frequency. There are also two other links, one to our Telegram page, so you're more than welcome to come join us, and also a link there to Ismail Perez's website where you can find all of his courses. Okay, so I've got an article here, and we've learned so much about starseeds, we've learned so much about indigos, and now we're going to go down another rabbit hole and we're going to learn about indigo threes. Interesting, right? So I come across this article, and as I keep telling you guys, you know, when you're working with your guides, right, and you ask them, oh please, you know, lead me to some information, lead me to some resources, lead me to anything that I can develop and grow and learn and keep growing, right? And so my guides, they always lead me to information, and it's so amazing how, you know, I'll just click on one kind of piece of information and then it will take me to another and another and another, and it just keeps going and building up. So anyway, right, so we're going to dive into this. We're going to learn as much as we can, and yeah, is that the more that we learn, it opens us up to invite more of that wisdom, insight and enlightenment, right? And not only that, you know, your soul, it knows what it needs, right? So a lot of the information that I share with you guys in my videos, and I think I've said it before, you guys, that a lot of the articles, the information that I find, that I share with you guys, it activates your light codes, it activates your blueprints in your DNA. All right, it's an activation of light codes and blueprints in your DNA. And if you're asking the question right now, well, how do you know that, Radiant? Well, my friends, your soul knows, okay? Your vessel knows, your body knows. The blueprints, the light codes that are within you already know. And if you're sitting there saying to me right now, I mean, I can hear it right now, yeah, but I don't feel anything. Neither did I. Neither did I, guys. I didn't feel nothing either. But as you keep going with your inner work, as you keep evolving, as you keep growing, as you keep learning, those light codes, blueprints, light codes and activations of your DNA start to come through. And that is an activation of your mission. So whatever it is that you are doing in your life, right, to help the collective, whatever it is that you're doing to serve humanity, whatever it is that you're doing to serve the galactics, or whatever you're doing in your life right now, that is your mission, guys. Okay, so we're going to have a look at this article. I'm going to share it with you, and I'm going to tell you this: there's a whole lot of light code activations in this article, all right, from beginning to end, and it's going to, yeah, activate your light codes, your blueprints that are right in here, that are an activation of your DNA strands. Okay, so, and if you're sitting here and you're thinking, well, can't be me because I don't even feel a thing, it's not something that you feel. All right, your soul knows. Okay, your body knows, your vessel knows. All right, there's an activation of remembrance, and that is going on within inside of you, when I bring these light codes to you. So when I read them to you, it's going to bring all those light codes activations happening. Alright, so bear with me guys as we get through this, alright? Okay, so the Indigo 3, Indigo 3 guys, Indigo 3 contracts. We've learnt all about the Indigos, we've learnt all about the very wise old souls, we've learnt all about the starseeds and different types, and now there is information out there. There is information out there about Indigo 3 contracts. So there are Indigo 3s that have contracts, right? Alright, anyway. So the Indigo 3 polarity integrator contracts, many of which have been recently released, have synthesized biological codes that allows the template of the Oriflame blueprint to return to Earth plane. This new Indigo 3 information, as we had only been given detail in regard to the Nephilim reversal grid, hybridized code reversals on the planetary grid, damaging the Merkaba system. And other functions that the Indigo 3 polarity integrator was working to heal genetically for our planet. Okay. I was excited when I found this information. Alright. Some of the Indigo 3s have not only been diligently building bodies to rehabilitate the Nephilim consciousness from the original hybridizations issues on the Earth, but also to rebuild the template structure which allows an Oriflame blueprint to exist within human body at this density. It appears the Oriflame consciousness is a representative of the founder guardian races and is making its debunk within this density for the very first time ever. So, Indigo 3 contracts can be a form of incarnation birth agreements, and also they can be assigned later in biological life cycles, such as at stages of spiritual evolution for learning purposes and for accomplishing certain goals for the person to expand consciousness and DNA template. Very fast. Indigo 3s have the toughest time because the responsibility for the Nephilim extension opens the person to aggressive, dark attacks when progress is being made and the polarity integration of spiritual templates that holds the counterbalance between Oriflame and Nephilim. And so, depending on how the person is able to understand how to work with these opposing forces, it can catapult a person's spiritual growth and give that person a level of self-mastery, which is mandatory for them to continue the next stages of their mission. Generally, the person with the Indigo 3 birth contract is working for their mission for a group, soul and star system, and will share their progress and memory record and the completed blueprint for new consciousness template with all of their team and members. Yeah, that sounds very, very, very familiar to me. Oh my goodness. Alright. And number 2, people born on Earth with Indigo 3 agreements generally have cellular memory histories and the timelines with power conflicts and power abuses. They may have chosen this contract in order to gain self mastery around the world of focus or focuses, both material and spiritual, and determining how best to direct their spiritual, legit, or light and consciousness power, while addressing the most complex issues of global races and social memory situations that impact races of beings. A large majority have been involved in the galactic wars at some point where previous strategies failed. They want to learn why that mission failed, because most failures are centered around power abuses and making the wrong decisions based on unclear intel or wrong information at the point in time that decisions was made. They may go back to that point in time, in the time field, to explore what they did and make corrections to the timelines. This will show up in current lives and experiences where they have to solve a problem that appears impossible. This is a reenactment of the previous timeline, where you get to have a do-over with the same level of energies or conflict in present times. When they learn to overcome their mind and ego limitations, they learn how to work with spiritual forces to apply consciousness power in harmless ways to solve the problem. These were group leaders and generals that were managing large amounts of resources that are assigned usually for periods of time. This can be assigned in cycles like 5, 7, and 10 years in order to complete the project given. If the project is not completed within the allotted time cycle, the mission may be renewed or aborted. Since Indigo 3s have an emphasis on healing the discordance and the Nephilim hybridization that occurred through Anunnaki at the time of the NAA invasion. The emphasis of the mission will be related to healing, recording, shifting timelines, and reassembling of DNA that is connected to the Nephilim hybridization, or the NRG, and the alien machinery that is coded to the reptilian DNA of the Anunnaki. Anything and everything related to the Nephilim history and war histories will be faced, explored, and dealt with, and it can be very painful to experience. So the person will be energetically yoked to a Nephilim essence, and given responsibility for the interactions both energetically on Earth and other dimensions. This can build resentment when the person is not aware they agree to do this level of consciousness work, as the burden will be put on the more conscious party, and that will not be the Nephilim essence. And so this will feel like a person or circumstances dragging you down to the Nephilim consciousness level, and the frustration and anger that the scenes may infect you with in your consciousness. The goal is self-mastery on observation and acceptance of the circumstances, and being willing to accept the lesson and clearing obligations for that dynamic in whatever way it may present itself. So what do you have to learn in this interaction to manifest or to master yourself? Number 4, common timelines to witness and heal and the end Atlantean War during the main conflicts that occurred between the Anunnaki solar wardens and the Lyran-Sirian lines, which happened off-planet on Earth and Tara stratosphere and contributed to the problem in the lower atmosphere and other densities. The example is to see the interconnection of what happens in the stratosphere above planet and in other dimensions can have catalysm results on the lower Earth atmosphere and magnetic field. And so the goal here is to see interconnection with all things and that nothing is separate or independent from energetic interactions. One action you make will impact the overall field, and you have to account for that. When facing these timelines, the polarities of this war memory will bleed through into the current Earth timelines, and the person feels they are in a war zone ethically and may not comprehend what is actually happening. This can feel like aggressive dark attacks, consciously participating to clear the war timelines and to forgive and clear enemy passioning is a main thing, because you will be faced many times with the ascents of those people or situations of past timelines that tried to kill you or you tried to kill them during the wars. Alright, here we go. Indigo 3 mission will ultimately heal the previous timeline record, and completion of the contract will be marketed by a life-changing event and a template that you completed as the finished project. As an example, Indigo 3 contract is a necessitated to learn about the Sexual Misery Program, NRG, in the UK, and to witness the historical memory and timelines and interact with those same Nephilim souls that walk the earth now. Alright, let's keep going. So, where am I up to? So this purpose is to provide template for the evolutionary framework for the consciousness and the Nephilim lines to be compatible for their races to evolve on another planet that they will be given. Alright. Indigo 3 contract has a hidden purpose that was not revealed until rather recently, that the completion of the Indigo 3 contract is possible, and that the completed project and polarity integration allows the person with that contract to be elevated to the 24th and 48 strand DNA imprint of Orphan or Indigo 1 quickly, in ways that were previously thought possible on Earth. This seemed to be hidden because this was a surprise tactic to get as many founder level guardians on the Earth. Indigo 1 is able to easily communicate with a crystal star and guardian host. So about 10 years ago, probably from now, they started Indigo 3 ending clauses. Alright, hold on. I'll just rewind it back and start again. This seemed to be hidden because this was a surprise tactic to get as many founder level guardians on Earth. Indigo 1 is able to easily communicate with crystal star and guardian host. So about 10 years ago, they started Indigo 3 ending clauses, so they could get as many Indigo 1s to incarnate on the earth in this window of time. All Indigo 3s walking on this earth now are potentially full orphan template or Indigo 1s in the near future. All must complete their mission because they must learn to master power and understand the pitfalls of power abuses from the negative ego. Indigo 1 is a template that allows guardian hosts to connect with your consciousness and see through your eyes and record what has happened on earth plane. Indigo 1 serves as a guardian host, as the guardian host eyes, ears, mouth, and everything else on the ground that reports all intel about who is doing what on earth and reading organic versus alien machinery that was placed in the earth, With 48 strand DNA imprint, we can heal the earth grid effectively. We communicate directly with the group of Christ Avatar of Ascension and will be sent all over the planet to complete grid repair projects and ascending hubs and repair planetary brain. And so, suggestions for inquiring about Indigo 3s. What is my mission detail to rehabilitate the Nephilim template and what to do? What levels of my ego still have control over my body, mind and thoughts? Where is my life or other lifetimes? Have I abused my consciousness power from my own lack of awareness or ignorance? Will I succumb to the internal or external pressure and sell my soul and bargain my consciousness power for earthly and material gains in order to be more comfortable on earth? And another question might be, can I withstand the burden of humility and being targeted with the victim-victimizer program to break down my moral and ethical responsibility while enduring character defamation by those people who think I am threatening to the controller and the mind controller system? Alright, so additionally, clarity has been given about Indigo 3 contracts and the incarnation agreement for the purpose of assisting in the clearing of the Nephilim DNA mutations, including the Michael clones, shadow selves, alien machinery, 1111 distortions, and the karmic residue caused by the Michael usurpers. We have discovered that the brain souls that chose the Indigo 3 contracts did so in order to help reclaim the earth for the true cosmic father, representative during the end of the ascension cycle. Solar Christ Michael from the Admiral Sun, hold on a second. So we have discovered that the brave souls that chose the Indigo 3 contracts did so in order to help reclaim the earth for the true cosmic father, represented during the end of the ascension cycle. Solar Christ Michael from the Admiral Sun. Indigo 3's rehabilitated collective consciousness formed into a spherical energy domain and orphan grid that was specifically used to rehabilitate the rod and the Solomon shields, while in spiritual battle to fend off the Michael usurpers. The Michael usurpers use typhon tunnels, rituals to maintain the Nephilim reversal grid and the 1111 Darth gateway by exerting sexual control over these groups, which leads to the death lessons and extensive experiences with sexual misery programming in order to reverse engineer its causal factors. Oh my god, this information is so deep. Oh my goodness. And it's an activation of light codes, guys. Oh, you're getting it all. Alright, so the Belial groups used the Nephilim DNA template that was created by the Anunnaki and armed them with AI technologies to act as the enemy opposer to the authentic solar dragon Paradisian, son of the solar system. Christ Michael is a title given to solar dragon kings, who are sovereign creators of universes and solar systems that are commissioned by the cosmic Holy Father. As an example, Christ Yeshua is a brother to Michael, and also came to help awaken Michael and liberate the planet, as he is a sovereign Christ blue dragon creator in the Aquila matrix and Andromeda. The family of Michael are Christ spiritual star family connected to the universal Michael creator that hold the east-west axis in the cosmic clock and source from the Taurus constellation and Aldebaran sun star system. Many answered the clarion call to help liberate the earth from her captors by rebuilding the horizontal rod architecture and the golden eagle grid, defeating the NAA races that were claiming territory by starting galactic wars and challenging the authority of Universal Father's representative on Earth, the solar Christ Michaels. So this contract was set into motion during the Luciferian rebellion and the Nephilim breeding histories on Earth, which were the warring agendas of the NAA forces explicitly directed for the purpose of usurping the authority of the Holy Father and his assigned creators in our system, that is solar dragon Christ identities. After the Luciferian rebellion, as the planet plunged into darkness during the darkest aeon, solar Christ Michael was one of the 13 solar dragons that went into stasis sleep in the earth. His solar body was infused in the crystalline matrix of the earth grid as a single golden ring or master 13th dragon Ouroboros line that would remain dormant until he would be awakened by the Emerald Covenant of rainbow dragons and the living Holy Spirit of Mother's reclaimed grail. The rainbow dragons would breathe the living Holy Spirit of the Grail cup into his permanent seed atom, so his emerald diamond heart would pulse into the circuitry in Avebury Hedge, and then he would take his rightful place on the throne created for him in the White Temple of Solomon in the heavenly Jerusalem. Oh man. So the timeline override sequence, the quick process of the timeline overall sequence for the starseeds or energy sessions is: hold neutral association as the compassionate witness of God, symbolize the opposing polarities by loving them equally, internally unify inside your body through applied acceptance and forgiveness, and if asked, release the mental bondage memory. Cellular embodied of the unified experience takes place, and in gratitude, peace and balance is restored. So, tip A. A starseed or any being must perceive the infinite to be within the oneness, a state of consciousness which opens the doorway to the law of one and God sovereign free. So in many cases, the starseed will be exposed to negative polarity systems and perceived negative experiences in order to override the timelines of destruction, as well as source the causation in the timelines where the destruction events has applicable relationship to current outcomes. It returns to the oneness to override the destruction created in polarity. So during the Sagittarius cycle back in 23, it was revealed the Godhead founder capstone of the parallel universal twin matrix was the 22D ruby flame, 23rd dimension sapphire flame, and 24th dimension emerald flame. And those flames were reconnecting into the planetary logos. And so during the Sagittarius solar cycle in 24, it reveals the mission of the ruby grail lineages and indigo threes to embody the incoming Cosmic Father's ruby template instruction set for the incoming ruby rod, accessing the genetic codes of the Cosmic Father universes to return organic Camelot coding. This is to restore the Red Kings and rebuild the ruby rod architecture that overrides the AI red cube system installed by the NAA throughout the telluric fields by ley lines to enslave angelic humanity, collapsing the fallen ruby order and hijacked ruby sun DNA histories of genetic hybridization and cloning as part of the Enki DNA overlays. Wow, a lot of information here, guys. Alright, so that is it for now, you guys. Yeah, that is all about the indigo threes, and a month before today I did not know about the indigo threes, so I have learned so much information about this. And not only that, it actually really resonates for me. And I will share another video and an article, because apparently a lot of the information that I have here in front of me is also speaking about Ishmael Perez too, as being part of those indigo threes. So yeah, alright guys, and that is it. That is all I've got for you for today and for now. But I hope that actually resonated for you. Please only take what does resonate for you. And also, you know, do some homework, do some researches. If you've got any questions that you might have, bring them to the live when Ishmael goes live, and bring those questions to him and ask him all about those indigo threes. And yeah, let's see if he knows anything about that, right, you guys? I mean, just like me, learning about that, he might be just learning about it as well. But however, that goes without saying, he does he has a lot of memories of past lives and everything that happened millions and years ago. So he's one of those neos, right? They are the neos that are in this ascension at the moment, and a lot of them are just up there. So yeah, much respect to all the Neos, right, and all the Trinities. Okay guys, that is all I've got for you for now, but please rock that like. Also check out the description box down below. Also drop your comments in the comment section down below. Let me know your thoughts, and yeah, don't forget to subscribe, like and share. I appreciate all the subscribers, everybody who shares, and everybody who watches. Thank you for being with me. Thank you guys. Namaste. Awesome. Alright, see you on the next video, you guys. I love you. Take care. Bye.